the used tubes. Do we even know that?
Huh? Do we know? I don't know. Let's see.
Who knows? Who knows anymore, James? What I would do, though, is definitely turn off that phone because it's Scooby rocking. Scooby rocking. Are we even on?
I don't know. I'm asking. I'm calling. You know we... Are we
on TV?
Okay,
are we really?
great. I'm just going to keep you on the phone.
We were just saying a bunch of weird things together. We had no idea. No idea.
All right.
There's no reason to keep them on anymore. You've got the Apple Watch. You're good to go.
Okay, well, text me if anything goes fucky. Okay, bye.
Proud of
Love
you.
Bye.
We weren't supposed to swear in the first
Wow.
30 seconds. And then, yeah.
Sorry, nobody's watching anyway.
Yeah, it's true.
Nobody's watching. I feel like, because it's like we're in a room by ourselves. This feels weird. Like no one's watching us, right?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not. I like how if they were, whatever weird shit we actually say to each other in real life is still the same as the show.
Yeah. We're like, before we come on, we're like, get to, come on.
Go-
All right. What are we? Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Hi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I look great. Just catching a glimpse of myself here. We are in my Miami Beach, a.k.a. Iami for,
Nope.
Yep. Yes.
That's not how you say it.
It is exactly how it is said and pronounced. White people actually pronounce the M. Us real folk who know the
ins and outs of.
linguistics of the whole sitch down here call it Iami.
I have a inside source that's actually Latin.
Really?
Yeah, that said Miami.
No, that's not true. That's not true. It's Iami, people. I'm in Iami. My hair looks great. Soup's hungover today. Went to the national championship last night, and it was a rough one.
Eesh.
It was a rough one for the big guy. You know what I'm saying?
It was hard for me too.
Well, here's why it was.
In other ways.
It was hard for me. Okay.
Please.
When our starting running back broke his collarbone on the opening play of the game.
That was pretty much it.
Yeah, that was it. We were going to run the ball the whole game, but
they didn't say anything. They just sort of shoot him off into the hospital.
Yes.
So they made no mention.
No.
And everyone kind of was like, uh-huh. And the best player? He's going to come out again or? No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
It was one of those like, hey, I'm getting rocked. Richard Dinoff, Big Dick Dinoff is in here. And I didn't even bother calling friends or family or anything. I just turned the phone off at that point. But the game started an hour before. They say, hey, 13 players are out with COVID. We don't have any starting kickers. We don't have like half the defense. And then our best player blows up his fucking shoulder on the opening play. And I was like, let's at least drink and have a good time, you know?
Yeah.
Which we did. We had a blast. I mean, it's pretty hard not to have a blast in Iami. And it's one of those years where it's like, man, with COVID and everything that's going on, what are you going to do? You know, I'm glad we got to go. I'm glad they made it. But with playing with half a football team, like those kids look exhausted in the second quarter. Strange times.
Yeah.
And then you of all people.
They broke me.
Yeah.
They broke me.
James got broken.
I got broken.
I don't know why I look bright red on these cameras, but I promise you I'm not this sunburned in real life.
I think you might be.
Really?
I think you're
Look
a
at me.
little sunburned.
You think I'm that sunburned? Who knows? I can tell you this, I'm puffy. I had about
it's a
300
puffy
drinks
Tuesday.
last night. Jabes got reprimanded, by the way, for the thing that she bitches about me the most on this show. She got reprimanded. Put your mask on. And then they gave you a personalized card that was already pre-made called the Fan Experience. And
It was Code of Conduct card.
Yep.
That I got.
Yeah.
I got. The rule follower, the person, I almost wanted to say to this lady, like, if you knew how many times when we walked up here, I told him to pull up his mask for you guys, I was done. They broke me.
Yep.
I was done. I was drinking something, but I guess you have to drink it and put your mask up and swallow inside the mask.
Yeah. Swallow inside the mask.
So
I got the best laugh out of it. Jesse was so pissed off.
So pissed. I threw it at her.
Yes.
And then I go, you guys, you know I don't do that, right? Because I'm terrified of being kicked out, of being reprimanded. I've followed the rules, even with this mask stuff, as uncomfortable as it is, as much as it's changed my most favorite things in life to the least favorite. All of that being said, I was still the one that was like, hey, if this makes it so I can still do stuff, I'm going to do it. We're in a box. I'm sorry to say that, but I have to say it. I think it's important.
It was nice.
We're in a box with our friends only. Yeah. No one was around us. Yeah. Okay? So in certain instances, I go, okay. You know what I mean? You can take it down leave it down a couple more seconds than normal, right? Like I get it all. And she hated me. Yeah. They had her removed from our section.
Removed.
And I don't do that either. I don't do any of that stuff, right? I just like stay in my little place and I do what I'm supposed to do. And it's the zen of acceptance and all of that. But I am now done. I am now to a point. Yep. You heard it here. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to be doing anything anymore like that until I can do it in the right way.
You know, it's weird. Somebody said this on on this show maybe, I don't know, 6 months ago. Who was it? Who said it was me. It was me.
So now you're making it worse.
Now you know why I hate wearing masks everywhere and all that other shit and blah blah blah. Like it's the fucking worst. Not only that, there's 13,000 people in a 100,000 person stadium last night. Bro, nobody was getting COVID in there. Like everybody was
very spaced out. We had,
my God,
we had 6, empty seats around you all over. We're not running through the thing. Like, I don't know. It just didn't feel good. Like going into the store, all these things where you're really in close proximity. Absolutely. And then, mom likes to jewel a little bit sometimes, right? When she's drinking.
Jewel and
so I go out to a smoking area. Mm-hmm. You can go outside. Nobody's out there. I'm outside. Get a little dink, dink, a little jewel.
Yeah.
No smoking. I go, I'm not, I'm like, I'm outside. I'm smoking.
Yeah.
No smoking.
Yeah.
Okay. Go back in. It's a targeted attack on me. Okay. And I understand in Miami, the white lady, the white blonde, Karen, Stephanie, whatever, we're not welcome. I understand that.
Right.
But it really got shooed out.
Yeah.
I really got shooed out of Miami.
Yeah. Miami, but whatever.
Everything else has been fun, though. We have had awesome dinners.
Jabes was on edge yesterday already, though, because I made her take a Dodge Charger was the only rental car left here. So they weren't even expecting this game to go on, by the way. So it was supposed to get pushed a week because of COVID. Ohio State had a bunch of players out with COVID. SEC said no. I understand it. Their kids are going back to school today, or yesterday, actually. So it was like the risk of COVID and blah, blah, blah. Like, I just think you needed to get the fucking game over with, to be honest with you, before the Chinese AIDS takes over all of us and Biden shuts down the country. That being said, there is a lot of traffic in Miami. The last rental car available was a fucking Dodge Charger because all these people came in real late to the game because they didn't think there was going to be a game on Monday. And mama like a drive. You, because of the motion sickness, you like to drive. You got it up to 112 miles an hour.
Yeah.
On accident.
It felt like 5.
Yeah.
It felt like 5 miles.
And then there was cones going into the Hove lane. That's not only for what? It's the Hove lane, dude. It's the Jay-Z lane.
I'm just listening to you.
There's cones that block off like the Gen Pop traffic from the Hova fucking line traffic.
Whatever. You guys
I told
know.
you to hop
Express
the cones.
lane, whatever thing.
Ohio State and Alabama were traveling down there, so they shut down the highways so they could get a police escort. Rightfully so. I just don't want to deal with that bullshit. I told Jesse to gun it and drive over the cones and get into the...
Over the cones. Does Jesse sound like someone that's going to drive over the cones? When I see a cone, when a security guard, police, all of this, I shut down, right? And so he was talking enough shit And I actually was seeing that we weren't going to get to the game in time. And someone else did it first. I had to see someone else do it.
Wow.
Right? Because in my mind, those cones are made of cement. I try and do it, and then I am just like, I crash the car into the thing. It's steaming. The cops come. That's what happens in my mind.
Pure plastic on those cones.
So anyway, over it,
I don't
gun it.
follow rules. You do. And I was like, fucking do this or we're never getting to this game. James guns it.
I did it.
And then 30 police cars pull up behind us, lit. And
so
you
pee is obviously coming out.
Yeah.
Pee is coming out. Sweat, pee, number 6, right?
Yeah, the full number 6.
The full number 6, no.
That's puking, shitting, pissing, bleeding out of your nose,
crying,
sneezing, barfing,
sneezing,
farting, and crying.
So anyways.
But I told her, I go, look, that's the fucking escort for the players.
It wasn't for me.
Gun it.
It wasn't for me. Thank God.
Gun it. So she got it back up to a hundo real quick and got us to the game. But
I felt pretty badass, you guys.
But here's what I can't understand, right? You're doing 112 in a Charger, right? Driving over cones. I said I would pay the fine, whatever it was. I just didn't want to go to the fucking game. We get there. You're high on life. You're pumped up. You're full of adrenaline. And then you have to put a mask on. You know?
Right.
Sucks.
Right.
Sucks.
Right.
So you're all done. You went full Karen in the game and threw the card back. I don't need this conduct card. I'm better than I know what I'm doing with this.
Who am I? I know.
We were in a box though, for Christ's sakes.
Do that shit, dude. I never do.
So hey, Big Dick Danoff was there last night. I love you, buddy. Are
you around today, Danoff? What are you doing?
At some point, you were like, just turn off your phone. You can't. All my college friends, family, all that stuff, and I couldn't. I couldn't do anything. But yeah, man, fun time. Weird year with the COVID and all that shit. Like, I'm just happy there was any football. The score was inevitable once our running back went down in the first play of the game. So I was just like, let's have fun. Which we did. They had like fucking private donut booths and all kinds of wild shit in there. And those seltzers, they had some seltzers coming in at 7% last night.
They did. They were like tequila, margaritas. Ooh. I obviously had rosé.
Yeah.
Because I went full Karen. Mm-hmm. So I had many rosés, very pissed off rosé.
Yeah.
And we ate awesome food. Tacos were great. It was great. It was awesome, right?
Yeah, it was great. It was great. I'm fully hungover here today. I don't even know what's happening with the salad and whatnot. It's Olive Garden salad. You can toss this. This is keeps.com/revolution, to be honest with you.
Sure.
Keeping what I got. I was so hungover. I was like, we're doing a show, rain or shine. So we are in Miami at a hotel called the Confidente Hotel. I shot here like maybe 9 or 10 years ago. And the decor, as you can see, is classic Miami.
Yes. Very retro.
Yeah, it's hilarious. There's a little couch in here and all that stuff. And we had a blast. I'm going to be real. It was snowing in Austin all weekend.
I know, dude. I left my family. I left my family in the snow, and I went to 75, 78 it got up to yesterday, degree weather.
Yeah.
Didn't get lower than 64 last night. So anyone who lives here, Miami, Florida, I mean, good for you. You're really doing it. And I appreciate everything that your weather and place brings to me.
Yeah, during this time of year. The summers are fucking brutal here. Those tacos I had last night were amazing, though.
They really were.
Pork tacos. Food is great here in Miami. Miami. Man, sometimes I have to correct my own whiteness.
Yeah.
Hammer the like button if you're watching on YouTube right now. Shit's gotten crazy, man. We did a Drinking Bros episode. We pre-record these on Friday that go into the Monday show. I had missed it by a half hour of Twitter, Facebook, all those guys getting together, Shopify, every single Instagram banning Donald Trump. And it was crazy to see. And then I was like, let's go over to Parler, no big deal. And then they shut down Parler. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, all right, now we're really starting to control speech. Like, let's control speech now.
Word on the street is they need to switch their server to some kind of Russian or Chinese. Is that true?
Yes. So the only servers that can handle that amount of
pretty ironic
data and traffic are shit, man. AWS, which is Amazon, Salesforce could do it, and maybe one more, but other than that, you're fucked. Because the other part of it is, then you still have to get an app in the App Store, and that Apple won't allow that, Google won't allow that, so there is no way to operate. Now I know the head of Parler filed like $1 billion lawsuit or something against Google and everyone else, and that's about all you can do. This is going to be a long fight for free speech and shit like that. You'll probably find us. We got a thing last week. We got an email last week saying that they were considering no longer using the phrase fake news in anything. So like, we've been doing the fake news show on Drinking Bros for 2 years. We're considering moving some of this stuff over to Patreon. Still doing the same amount of shows and shit, but like putting some more aggressive comedy and content over there. It's like, it's getting harder and harder. And like with the Parler shit going down, like I said when we started this year, buckle up, it was going to be a long one. It is, man. With Democrats in control of the House, the Senate, and the presidency, you can do, and the media, you can literally do whatever you want. So I'm not sure what to think about all this, man. I mean, it's my initial thought was it's scary, obviously, like because look, I signed up for Parler simply because I was like, all right, well, I just want to see what it's all about and everything else. And I know we talked about it on one of the shows, and it was like, it was okay. It needed some work, and they needed to update it a little bit, like Twitter. But Twitter and Facebook and all these apps don't become themselves until like 5 years in, when they've got it really dialed in. Yeah, they were trying to rush it, and it was okay. It was getting better, and I think if Trump would have went there, that the whole fucking thing would have exploded and it would have been the highest stock and of all time and all this stuff. But now he can't go there, so I don't know what he does besides either buy a media company or start a website like Alex Jones, like an Infowars.com, because if they're not going to give you any apps, and they also shut down all the MAGA stores too, by the way. So anybody selling any form of Make America Great Again, hats, T-shirts, sweatshirts, all this stuff, those are shut down as well.
And they have the backing of this inciting violence to literally do all of it. So the thing at the Capitol, whatever you think of it, however you feel about it, it was not good, but they will take it to a level that will, anytime you call people Nazis, right? That's one thing that everyone can agree on, that we just shut them down, right? So they're going to use that one incident, everything about that, to censor all of you.
Censor everyone. So it's coming. I mean, shit, we're already getting Instagram posts and Facebook posts deleted that are just comedy, to be honest with you, like nothing even political. So I'm not sure if it's a good thing or a bad thing. You and I were talking about it because most of our favorite comedians, like Tim Dillon and Andrew Schultz and those guys, are on Patreon. Yeah. Two Bears, One Cave. They YMH. Your Mom's House does a bunch of like pay-per-view stuff, so they can show everything: videos, nudity, porn, fucking play music, all that other stuff. Like, I think we're kind of headed that route for like any aggressive comedian these days, but which is fine. But fuck, man, it's strange. I never thought we would get to this point. I really didn't.
You didn't?
No, this is like some fucking 1984 shit. Like shutting people down for writing words or speaking is wild to me. To me, like if you were gonna drop the N word or like the F word or something like that, like then I could see like, all right, cool. But the rest of it, you're just like, man, Twitter is full of hatred. Like the thing that because I read their submission about Parler, they said, look, Apple said they found 84 instances of hateful speech or violence or something like that, and I was like, dude, read Twitter in 1 hour over anything. Yeah. Like Jesus Christ, there's flat out porn on there. I mean, go to Tiana Trump's page. Holy shit. It is, and she has no relation. She is the porn star, the African-American porn star. Right. Go to her page. You'll find like graphic porn, no age restrictions, no nothing. But speech is what you're worried about? Like, I don't know. It's wild. The CNN is for sale right now. It would be awesome if they were just bought by Trump, and then you just called it TNN and made all of those motherfuckers serve out their contract and work for him. And then he has his own show every day. I don't know how they can stop that.
They'll find a way. So you have given these people the power that they have, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've talked about this forever, a long time ago, where more than the government, like we are going to be ruled eventually dystopian style by Apple, Amazon, right?
Yeah.
Any Apple, Amazon, whatever. Twitter is not really whatever, but they're shutting down like payment sites.
Oh yeah, Shopify, PayPal, Stripe,
whatever.
Yeah.
So
look, I know Black Rifle Coffee
we've given
went through
them
it.
all the power, and we have not put any restrictions. So all those hearings that you have with fucking, Zuckerberg or whatever, and they get out of it, like, because you don't want to be censored. That was basically a regulation so that they can't do this kind of stuff, and they didn't.
Yeah.
So we are ruled by them.
Yeah, and I
you
got
vote for which one you like.
Yeah. I also got an email from Amazon. Everybody's asking about the audiobook. It was done and turned in December, and I got an email that just said we are holding this for a content review, which we all know what that means. So it'll be up, but same thing happened I think last time, but it's just comedy, man. I wish I could be in that room when they listened to this book. That would have been my favorite thing of all time.
Just trying to find little things that were wrong where it's like no extraneous sounds like, yeah, I put a fucking gunshot. You know what I mean? Like there are things that are different about it that may make it not, I don't know.
We'll see. But look, it should be up, I would say, in a couple of weeks, I guess. But that's how long these content reviews take for them. It is what it is, but it'll be up and out into the world very soon.
It's mostly my fault. I was trying to do something different.
No. It's actually not. It is
okay.
It is a content review from Amazon, and look, yes, somebody's getting killed. You put a gunshot in there, like.
Hello, guys.
Fuck ever. Yeah.
I want you to have
That's
a good listening experience.
If somebody's strangle baiting, you want you want that in there, is what we're saying. Like, I don't want to not put in a good
we can't not.
Strangulation
I think I
sesh.
did put stuff like
yeah,
that.
you did. Like that stuff is in there, and it's like, dude, if you strangle bait on the reg, like that's the noise you make. I'm sorry, Amazon. There's nothing I can do about that. That is just a kink, and frankly, I will not be kink shamed.
No.
I will not be kink shamed. Yeah.
Amazon.
Yeah.
Look at some of the stuff you're selling on your site. Excuse me. When is it coming in the mail? It's like taking forever.
I feel like the decor behind this, by the way, is very like Three's Company.
It is. I love it.
Yeah. It's classic Iami at its best. And you've been living your best life, Jabes.
I really have.
Beach, laying out.
Oh.
This is what a Ohio State game is for you. Like, this is what it should be about for you.
Yes.
Usually I'm taking you to like like a tundra, like a frozen tundra or something.
Yeah, when you were like, it's going to be in Miami, I was like, I love sports. I've always loved sports. You know that about me. Like, hello. I cannot not be there for the most important match of the time.
Yeah, if
Match
Mr.
of
Roper,
the time. Yeah.
Mr. Roper just comes in and is like, your rent is late.
Yeah.
I would
Come
lose
on
all
in,
my
right?
shit.
And then I'd make him a martini, and then we'd laugh a little bit.
Yeah.
Come on, come in, I
We call it a cover in the biz, and that is recording quality. So you can just rip that off of here and start selling that on iTunes. And,
we don't say the words because we don't want to, because it's so good, we don't want to be flagged for using
on
song
YouTube,
on
obviously.
YouTube,
yeah. Definitely don't want to be flagged for that. Jabes, I got an email about a childhood hero coming on the show, and I'm a little thrown, by the way.
What?
Yeah, I got a little nervous.
Okay.
You got a little nervous. Athlete, obviously, but you know what I'm saying?
Well,
there is no
sports,
actor
so,
that is maybe McConaughey, I guess, was cool, but like I was a little nervous for that. But other than that, like, if it's an athlete though, and I'm like, oh man, and they'd ask for questions. That doesn't really happen that often. And I was like, oh shit, what should I write? And I was like, oh, what I wrote, is that too fucked up?
What you wrote?
Yeah, I was like, hey, what was it like to play in this game? Play with so and so, party with so and so. Do you like white women? Like,
right.
It's like, maybe I shouldn't have sent that, but hopefully the publicist will censor it on his own, But got a little nervous.
And maybe not send that through. Well,
got a little nervous, but it got me thinking, like, there really isn't that many people that make me nervous in this life.
Yeah.
Athletes, I think, is still one of them, especially like childhood athletes, where you're like, oh, fuck, man. Yeah, I was not going to lie. It popped up, and I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, especially if you have to send questions and stuff. But
yeah. Who makes you nervous? I guess that's where I wanted to go with this.
Like podcasters.
Oh, yeah?
People in the field that I'm such a dork, right?
Yeah.
People in the field, because you were saying this on another show that you guys did where it's like, it is just you. Like an actor, I don't get nervous because I don't know who they are.
Yeah.
They could be a bitch. They can be kind of nice, but mostly they probably don't want to talk to me, right? But podcasters, like, the ones that are really doing it at a high level and it's just them, their personality that they're putting out there that millions of people love, like, to me, that's crazy.
Yeah, I think you'd be nervous if you met Tim Dillon. Like
I would definitely be nervous,
fan.
But it will happen.
Yeah,
that one seems in the realm.
He'll be on the show.
That one seems on the realm. I'd be I don't know if I would even be able to talk if we like had a Joe Rogan like type meeting. Mark Maron, I don't know I don't think he's very open, so no. But yeah. Anyone like that I've been listening to and feel like I know.
Yeah.
And then when I see them, maybe I don't know them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's happened. I'm not going to say who it was, but it was someone that I had listened to their show when it was very small, and I met him when it was big, and he was not very nice. And he was not...
Do I know?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was not open, and he was not into these things that he said that he was into. I know
what you're talking about.
You know, and changed a lot. And so, yeah, I guess you're nervous
don't meet
that
your
they're
heroes,
going
Shapes.
to disappoint you, I guess.
Don't meet your fucking heroes. Somebody was asking me if it's, Ruben Schneider was asking me if it's Ricky Henderson. I wish. So he doesn't do podcasts. And there was a funny story about it. There was a dude on who was talking about his show, and he's interviewed like the most famous athletes of all time. And he goes, yeah, I'm kind of thinking on people for season 2, whatever. And I go, well, Ricky Henderson. And he goes, dude, I fucking called him, man. And he goes, man, Ricky don't do interviews on podcasts. I was like,
okay,
it's the best Ricky response though you can get. But yeah, if I got
course.
Ricky Henderson on, holy shit, I would be nervous. But it's pretty much down to athletes for me. I think that's kind of it, where you're like, oh shit. All right, cool, man.
Yeah. And you know what I think it might be too is that you are very knowledgeable about it, but they don't know that, right? So like, for example, like Rogan or all these people, like I am very knowledgeable about their field, but they wouldn't know that I am.
Right.
So it would be like the nervousness would be trying to find an in to a conversation or somehow make them know that I actually know my shit and I can actually like maybe even help their show out and stuff. But anyway,
yeah.
That's what it is. That's the nervousness. And you probably too. Like they don't know that you can like know all of that.
All of the things. Yeah,
all of the things.
Yeah.
It's getting that in to let them know.
Do you listen to Tim Dillon on Patreon?
Not on Patreon.
Do you have his Patreon? Okay. Because I know he did a live New Year's Eve special with Alex Jones.
AJ, yeah.
It was pretty legendary. Shit. By the way, we got a text like an hour ago. So we're supposed to do a show with him. He was at the Capitol building. We're supposed to do a show with him, and I that one is definitely going to have to go on Patreon because of how hot everything is right now. Like, Jesus Christ. But we'll do audio and video for that, and we're on Patreon at Drinking Bros Podcast. And apologize, but we want to give you guys the same shit. You're going to have probably more content, but yeah, I mean, fuck for sure. But some of the edgier shows will be there because they're booting people left and right off of all of these platforms. And mama still needs to eat, you know?
Yeah.
Mama still needs to eat a little bit.
I do love to eat. I do love to eat.
Yeah.
It's not a joke.
Craigers, Zaleski's asking me if it's the Pat McAfee PPK. It is not. We had one of his guests on yesterday, and I was like, tell McAfee to quit ducking me on the PPK shit. Like, it's punt, pass, kick. Let's rock. 10K for charity.
Don't be a bitch.
Yeah, don't be a bitch. I want in. But also, I'm a fan of that guy. I enjoy his whole shit. I dig his show and everything else. Plus, his co-host is AJ Hawk from the Buckeyes. So
I mean,
it's great.
Come on.
It's great.
Come on.
Mama likey. I want to talk about this Kim Kardashian and Kanye West thing. You heard a rumor that it's the gay guy. Is that true?
No. Well, that was knocked down. This
was
a
was.
while ago.
I wanted to.
So there was a couple of rumors.
Recap
once they announced that they were getting a divorce, which you guys, I mean,
not shocking.
Yeah. Well, the devil works hard. Kris Jenner works harder. So they were already divorced and separated. Kris Jenner just decided when would be the best time to to put it out, which was around all of this nonsense. And so you can't even really talk about it, right?
Yeah,
Perfect, Kim and Kris. But anyway, once they announced their divorce, there were rumors starting to swirl on the very bored people world of TikTok and Instagram and stuff like that. So they were saying that he was with a male makeup guru.
Artist. Yeah.
They called it guru. Jeffree Star. Jeffree Star said, it's not me, but it's another one.
Another dude.
Another dude makeup guru. He goes, thank you for calling me makeup guru, but it's not me. I've never hung out with him. And then Kim Kardashian was rumored to be with Van
Jones from CNN.
Which that one didn't seem weird to me. Right? She's inching her way closer and closer to political situations. So sure.
Yeah.
The weird one would be Van Jones being with her, but I don't really know him. Like, I don't know what he's like in real life.
Any Kardashian, though, like, that's a big paycheck, so you do it. I think you do it either way. I don't know Van Jones. I don't even know if it would be bad for his brand at CNN, but, like, it's a Kardashian. Like, you don't turn down that money and exposure.
For sure.
You know?
So that's the thing. I saw it coming a long time ago. I don't know. It felt like a business marriage anyways.
Yeah.
They've been living separately. There's also rumors of like the Iowa situation was so that he can keep his money in the divorce or not have to pay so much taxes.
Wyoming.
Wyoming.
Yeah.
So, and that's why he's been spending so much time there, because you have to prove that you actually live somewhere. You can't just buy a house and go there for a weekend. You actually have to spend a certain amount of time there. So that was the separation. She doesn't like it there. He's a crazy weirdo. And so this has been in the works for a while, and if you don't think that they are both protecting and have things in place before that are completely protecting themselves and their own money and everything, you're out of your mind.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, to me, man, it did seem like a marriage of convenience where, to be honest with you, I had heard in 2011 from a famous rapper that he was gay. And I was just having a normal conversation with him, and I was like, hey man, what about so and so and so and so and so and so? When I brought up Kanye, he goes, well look man, I think Kanye would be a lot happier if he just came out of the closet. And I was like, huh? And he's like, oh yeah, you didn't know he's gay? I mean, he just said it matter of factly, and I was like, I've never heard that, bro. And that was 10 years ago. So for sure, there is something to it, I think.
Yeah.
And it's probably why he's all fucked up.
Yeah.
Come out, be a happy gay man, make some fucking dope music. Stop making gospel shit.
Sure.
Jesus will still love you if you're gay, I think. Chick-fil-A might not, but Jesus will.
I don't know if that's really what they tout, but you can definitely find.
Yeah. I mean, look, Chick-fil-A is definitely going to hate you.
Yeah.
So the sandwiches are so tasty, whatever.
Do
what you feel is right in your heart. But I think Jesus will forgive him, you know?
Oh.
The Pope has already. For Christ's sakes.
Yeah, we're moving past gay being
a thing anymore.
An issue, please. Yeah. But, we're also not in the business of outing people. That's the rumor. We'll see what happens. again, they famously give us the information that they want to,
Yeah.
in the way that they want to, and they keep everything. They're very calculated. They know exactly what they're doing. So we're going to know what they want us to know when they want us to know
Yeah.
it. And there's really no other
And
way.
there's just going to be a lot of, you know? If he strangle baits to death, man, that would be a fucking rad way to go out. You know what that rapper said too? He goes, man, after that last album, he goes, if he died, he would go out as like a cult figure, genius, like the whole thing, you know?
Yeah.
Forever. But shit. We got some sponsors, James, who put the show on the air. That's my phone blowing up. I am not professional at all. Who is texting us? First and foremost, ghostbed.com/drinking bros. Finest mattresses in the land. As always, they've kept the New Year special going. 30% off everything in the entire store. Sheets, pillows, adjustable bases, beds. If you believe we're going to get shut down for 6 weeks, which I fully do here, when Biden gets in, you're going to need a great bed because it's going to be a long, cold winter, as he put it. So you might as well go now. 36-month pay-as-you-go program. No interest there at ghostbed.com/drinking bros. And as always, those deals are applicable together.
Yes.
I feel like I'm doing a decent job against this hangover today. Like,
You really are. Enter promo code Drinking Bros at checkout.
Yeah, there you go. What do we got next, Jabes?
We have Hello Fresh. Hello Fresh.
Man, could you imagine if Adele did that?
Oh my gosh, they should get it. They're that good. I feel like they could get Adele.
Yes.
We love HelloFresh. The food has been good here, but I am a little bit missing my like HelloFresh cooking evenings, glass of wine, everything. They send you all of the ingredients, fresh ingredients, pre-portioned. So I feel like I'm cooking, which I love doing.
Yeah.
But it's also very easy, and I can get it onto the plate, onto the table in 30 minutes. If you go to HelloFresh.com Revolution10, use code Revolution10 for 10 free meals, including free shipping.
So what it is HelloFresh.com /Revolution10. HelloFresh.com /Revolution10. 10 free meals. They'll ship it to your house. That's it. They're not even asking you to buy anything. If you like the food, which you do, we've been eating it for years at this point.
That's a really
my favorite.
good deal. Like you're going to be like, what?
You're just getting free food.
Try
it.
The Gouda Vibes burger. It's my fave.
I know. Jesus Christ.
And the pork chop with like the plum sauce.
The best.
I just feel like a gourmet chef.
Feel like a little tiny chef. Go to
10 free meals is insane. So just check it out.
HelloFresh.com /Revolution10, and that will give you 10 free meals shipped to your house, and then you can decide if they're the best or not. Look, we've been eating them for 2 years. I busted Jessie because I thought she'd cooked this amazing meal, and then I found the fucking HelloFresh box in the trash can after dinner, and I said,
Tried to hide
"You're
it.
no chef. You're not the wife that I wanted. I wanted a chef.
I'm a HelloFresh chef.
Yeah.
Don't beat me.
What's the last one here?
Up, if this isn't the most perfect sponsor for this show, I don't know what is. LiquidIV.com, specifically strawberry, which is our favorite. We've got new flavors coming out that you guys need to check out. But promo
code Nooners for 25% off there.
Yes.
Nooners, 25% off at liquidiv.com. The first thing I did when I got out of bed this morning, I don't take an ibuprofen 800 very often because it'll destroy your liver, but I took one of those and a full Liquid IV and a water bottle to the dome, and boom, that is the only way I'm fucking operating today or any day. I drink one every morning.
Yeah, you just put the packet in your water or whatever you want, basically, and it will hydrate you 2 to 3 times more.
Yes.
Than just drinking water. And even when you're hungover, it's a little bit hard to get the water down, I have to say.
Yeah.
You need a little bit of flavor. That's
why
people go to Gatorade. Don't go to Gatorade or Pedialyte. This is so much better for you. It has all kinds of vitamins in it too to keep you healthy. Vitamin C, vitamin D, potassium, all these things that you're going to need during these times. And to hydrate 2021, you're going to want to get your shit together. Grab your strawberry liquid IV or their other great flavors in bulk nationwide at Costco, or just get 25% off with us. Don't go to Costco. Don't go out into the world anymore.
Well, if you go to Costco, you can't get a fucking discount, dude.
You can't get a discount. So get 25% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use code Nooners at checkout. That's 25% off everything you order when you use promo code Nooners at liquidiv.com. Get better hydration today.
Yes. I want to talk about the raging party last night in Tuscaloosa. Obviously, the Alabama Crimson Tide won the national championship. Congratulations to Bama fans. It was the kids' first day back to school, and they won the national championship on that day. There was what appeared to be 250,000 people in the street. No, not one single mask in sight. So if you're in the Tuscaloosa area and everyone you know has COVID, congratulations. They were packing them in and partying, but look, they're college kids. That's what you should do. Like,
yes,
you wouldn't have stopped me either. Shit, you couldn't even stop Jesse in a fucking box in a suite last night.
No, I mean,
wearing a mask.
You did stop me, but
she did.
You did stop me.
Yeah.
Don't know why, but if I was a college kid, oh shit,
yeah,
that would not have fucking flown with me, especially after drinking a couple of rosés. Right? She's lucky I was not a college kid because you cannot stop this.
Yeah, last night, man, it's funny. Even though we lost, like I had a great time, and like I had a great time for a couple different reasons. One of them was because it might be the last live sporting event that we go to for a while. I can't see them opening up for fans because football is over now, which you're amped about. College football is over. NFL will be over in 3 weeks, and I think that's it. Like I don't see any fans going anywhere else, which is sad.
Yeah.
They're having some really hard times in the NBA and all that other stuff. So that might be the last sporting event we go to for a very long time, maybe till the fall.
Yes.
They
want you to stay home.
They want you to stay home for sure. And like the way that they treat you now with the stadiums and shit, it's just like, bro,
And I think I try and look for the reasons why all of this stuff, right? And I'm like, I think they're trying to make it so uncomfortable. So
that you don't go
there. You don't go because really, you guys, honestly, they've said it in the beginning, like, stay home.
Yeah.
We don't want you going places. We can't do that.
No.
Because we're like,
I'm
we're
a COVID
humans.
survivor. And,
we're humans and we need interaction and we need stuff, especially for this long. But they're going to make it so uncomfortable and unpleasant that you don't go because I guess we're supposed to just stay home. We're just supposed to stay home. So
we're just supposed to
maybe
take
that's
it,
what
which
it
is fine. So, the Super Bowl, we're going to be going live all day long on Drinking Bros Sports. Jesse's going to be in a dip competition. Did you and Eric Tanzi pick your dip competition?
Yeah, I'm not going to say what it is, but he has his. I have mine. Mine is, tested. So is his. So he says. So we're basically best dip wins the day.
Though there will be a trophy too that day. And it's going to be big, I have a feeling. Maybe soccer coach big. I don't know, probably a little smaller because I don't know if you deserve a 5-footer, but And
Tansy and I are a little bit more into cooking than sports, so we will just wear whatever opposing jersey you guys think we should. Basically. So we need to be like, team against team. Whoever wins the dip, we think ultimately is going to win the game.
If I know far enough in advance, I can get it with your names on the back. But a nice Jables jersey, Jables 69.
Oh my!
What?
Why would it be Jables 69?
You got to pick a number, and that's the first one that came to my head. Just a Jables 69 jersey.
Okay.
Great. Got to be so funny to see you walking around in that all day. But we're gonna be live on YouTube all day long. Her big cook-off show. We'll start the day. This way you don't have to watch the bullshit that's on TV. Because I'm sure, they usually do an interview with the president on the Super Bowl, so it'll be Biden this year. You don't have to watch that bullshit. We get a cook-off show between you and Tansy, and then we'll be live all day long from the studio watching the game with you, and that'll be everyone. Dan, Jesse.
Are we having Drinking Bros come or?
Whoever. I don't give a shit.
All right, Nooners.
Come on down. You're welcome.
Check some flights.
It's open for biz on Sunday. I don't know whoever the girl was that got cream pied in there. Jessica is all we've pared down to.
Cream pied?
Yeah.
How do you know she was cream pied?
There was 2 other drinking bros who confirmed it. They broke the couch in the green room, and they were having sex on it.
Confirming a cream pie is really hard to do if you weren't there and in the room.
No. So they called her out on the message board. She was on one day. She confirmed it back. So I'm not sure who that was.
Good for her.
Investigative
Good
reporting.
For her. Have
Apparently,
some
she had just
fun.
broken up with someone, a long-term relationship.
Girl.
Just wanted to get cream pied by a stranger. So
I love it. Love to see it. Love to hear it.
Right now, they're going around the country arresting people for the Capitol break-in, and I gotta say, it's pretty funny. And I hope they found the lectern. You know what I'm saying? Like
I think they did, right?
Did Homeboy get it? So the guy who stole the lectern, who looks like our buddy JP Sears, and who's giving the thumbs up towards camera.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if he was able. He was a Florida man, obviously, and they got him in Florida. But I don't know if it was in his house. If it was, holy God, that would be the best of all time.
Like, I want a picture of where it was when they found it. In the bed with him? I don't know. But yeah.
Yeah. And then I was listening to Bill Burr the other day, and he was just like, look, that guy's going to be, the guy with the Viking horns is going to be doing autograph shows for years after this, which is true.
Yes.
Cult figure.
Yes.
That picture and that meme of him is an all-timer. Like, it's rare that you can say, oh, shit, that's an all-timer, but that one was an all-timer where you're like, hey, man, there's no going back from that. But they are arresting people, finding all the peeps and all that shit, and going after them. One was a Black Rifle Coffee hat, one of the guys with the zip ties in there. So they were looking for that, and they were able to track that guy down through the hat at a hotel lobby with his fucking mom. Crazy. But all that's going on. Look, they should get arrested. You fucking stormed the Capitol, dude. What, you know?
Capitol rioters should be on TSA no-fly list.
Oh, so that was the other thing. So there were a lot of them, when they found out their names, they put them on a no-fly list, and they didn't find out until they were flying home that they were banned from flying. And
let them go home. You want them to stay? Let them go home.
There's videos of them crying and freaking out in the airport. What? I can't go home. I can't do this. And
that's the thing. Piss them off even more. Just calm down. Transfer power. Get the fuck over it.
Yeah. And there was an interesting article I read about Lana Del Rey today. This morning when I woke up, she was like, look, in her opinion, she said, as bad as the presidency was, it needed to happen. I agree. Look, this is what I said on Drinking Bros, by the way. Looking back at all of this shit, I'm not a big politics guy. Like, I'm not a fan of any of these people. Like, I wasn't a fan. Like, I lean conservative, sure. But I wasn't a fan of Bush. Not enough to go out and vote for him. I wasn't psyched about him. Obviously not Obama. I'm trying to think. The only one I was fine with, I think, was Clinton, only because the economy was rolling. And, like, if the economy's doing well and all my friends have jobs and are working and shit, who cares? I don't care that you got your dick sucked. Like, I don't even care what fucking politician you are, what side you're on. As long as the economy's doing good and everybody's working, fine, right? The rest of the bullshit is the fucking bullshit.
Right.
But I think it needed to happen, too. So when I read this article and she was talking about it, I was like, yes, dude. We needed to blow up the system, expose the system. Even this storming the Capitol thing, like, both sides were in that house that night. It was Republicans and Democrats, right? You need to be scared a little bit because you're fucking with people's lives and businesses and all that shit. So luckily, none of them were harmed, obviously, and we don't want that. And I sure as hell don't condone violence. But I agree with her. Yes, this presidency did need to happen.
Well, I've been saying it forever, but I like that when Lana Del Rey says it, you listen.
Well, here's why. There isn't many celebrities who are, especially right now, when all this crazy shit is going on. I mean, obviously, yes, you're a celebrity, but you're also my wife, and we're an Iami. Whenever a celebrity's willing to go out, like, during this and say that shit, it's kind of like, all right. Because she's going to get a ton of backlash, I'm sure.
For sure.
But
she'll be on some kind of list.
Yeah, yeah.
She wants to do anything or put out an album. So good for you.
Welcome, Lana. They're gonna hold it.
Welcome.
They're gonna hold it back for a content review. Is what they're gonna do.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah, yeah. And then, shit, man. That Adelson dude died from fucking Vegas, man. We just talked about him like 2 months ago. He was the one that was ready to throw down some cash for some of these media networks for Trump and shit.
Oh.
Fucking died today. Yeah.
Did he get suicided or did he die?
Well, he's 87. I think it was either strangulation or kite surfing. I think it was kite surfing.
Right.
At 87.
Yeah. He flipped his Corvette.
Yeah. I mean, shit, he was worth $33 billion. And, yeah, man, he did, to my knowledge, I think he was the biggest donor for Republicans. And he's 87, kicked out, $33 billion. You know?
Yeah.
I think I'd be pissed off, man, if there was like a fucking screen in heaven that just said, "Hey, man, you're dead, and you didn't spend any of that $33 billion. Like, it's just sitting in some account somewhere."
Ugh.
And now a bunch of his shitty relatives are fighting over it. You know.
Exactly right. He should have put it in his will.
Hey, the lotto is up to like 600 million, by the way, and the other ones I think is up to 550.
So you didn't win again.
I didn't win again, but nobody else won, and I'm fine with it when that happens. You know, as long as nobody else won.
Yeah.
Because what I can't stand to see is another boring person, Jesse, who wins the lottery and then retires to Florida and buys like one house.
Sorry, there's a crazy lady yelling at Schumer during this.
Oh yeah. Because we got some shit going on in the background here from CNN and everything else. All of this, somebody's, just violently yelling at Chuck Schumer on CNN, and it's live. You're gonna get this a lot, man. This is nowhere close to being over at this point. I'm wondering what the next move is for Trump, for real. Like where he goes and what kind of media outlet. He did release a statement that says, "Hey, we're going somewhere." I'm telling you, wherever he goes, that's where everybody else goes. Like even Twitter, man. Twitter is down 8% since they announced that they banned him.
Yeah, how many
billions of dollars is that?
How many people do you think are really gonna follow that down the road, or are we all just gonna move on?
For Twitter, I think it's more than you think, man. I was on there because a lot of people got kicked off or left, or Rush Limbaugh and like a lot of guys on the right, got kicked off or left. And when I went back on there yesterday, like on Twitter, it is literally just an echo chamber of shit from the left. So it's like I use it for news, so I'm trying to go there to get sports or something like that. But it is all any differing opinion is gone from Twitter now. So you're in it, and that's where we are.
Yeah, I'm less concerned about where Trump is going, and more concerned about what is going to happen to platforms that we're on.
Yeah.
Not really worried about Trump. It may help us for him to just bye-bye.
If he
just bye-bye.
If he opens up a video network,
That's great for him. It just bye-bye.
You're all done?
I'm done. Yeah, I'm done with him being associated with people that just want to have opinions, right?
Right.
I'm just tired of being associated or compared to. Just because you are a little bit more conservative or you question things. So yeah, if he goes, we can take away this lightning rod, that we're all being compared to. That's all.
Yeah. We'll see. That's not going to happen, obviously, right?
I don't know, but I also just don't care where he goes. Like, bye.
You will. Breaking news here. It was very sad to report. Screech, Saved by the Bell, has been hospitalized. He's likely battling cancer. And he wasn't on the reboot, by the way.
I know. And that was, nobody wanted a reboot and to be a little bit more famous more than Dustin. So it's like, it's sad. It's a cruel world, this fame, La Dame fame.
He says he's in Florida. So
let's go give him a little visit.
Again, his brother's in the Beastie Boys. I know we've said that on numerous shows, but it's still shocking, right?
Yes, I think I think that the Beastie Boys don't want that to come out too much. Dustin Diamond would love for it too.
Yeah. He would. But yeah, he said he was not asked back for the reboot, and he was sad about it.
Well, he was in jail, I think.
No, he got out of jail. He stabbed somebody, with a knife.
And I think they don't sort of.
It happens, though. You know, we don't know what it was about. All I'm saying, Screech, is
we don't know.
We don't know what it was about. I don't know what you were going through.
We'd love to hear your side of the story.
Yes.
Open invitation.
Yeah, come on the show. Shit, I bet you we can get Screech.
I think so.
We had Urkel on. You know, we did.
I know. We can't compare those two.
No. What? They're both great actors.
They are.
Screech in his own. I mean. Look, you go back and look at some of Screech's performances over the years of Saved by the Bell, like really good.
The porn?
Also, I was going to say, also very talented porn star.
Mm-hmm. Well-rounded.
Yeah,
Renaissance man.
Yeah. I told you I met the dude from Christmas Story, Schwartz, who sticks his tongue to the pole and he gets stuck, right?
I would not be able to pick him out of a lineup.
He was in The Toy with Richard Pryor as well.
Okay.
He was a little kid in that.
Okay.
Anyways, he does, when I was doing the first book, they put me at a couple Comic-Cons to do signings and shit. And so he was there, and I talked to him, and he was signing all of the things. And he goes, hey, man, I heard your book is doing really well. Like, would you consider writing mine? And I was like, you have a crazy life? And he goes, oh, yeah, man. It was fucking wild. He was in porn for like 5 or 6 years, and then he was like a music manager. So he was on tour with like the Motley Crue and like Poison and shit. Like, and a porn star, and he was a very famous child actor. Both of those movies, The Toy in particular, like holy shit.
Right.
But yeah, and I was like, all right, is that something you need to do in this life? Is do a little bit of porn at some point? Like, does that make your life exciting? Like, for example, we were talking about the Patreon thing with Jared the other day. And his dream is to direct a porn.
Right.
Always has been, and that's real. I know we've joked around on the show a lot, but it actually is one of his dreams, and he wants to direct it. With the Patreon thing, I said, I think we can put it on there, right?
I think so. I mean, we're gonna have to really figure out Patreon, but probably.
I think so. We're gonna test it out with Alex Jones this week. Again, on Patreon, no other platforms because things are hot right now. But so I called him and I was like, hey man, I think we can do this now. We can finally do it. I think it'd be hilarious if like Dan, him, and I were doing a live show and then it just ended and it was like, all right, great, man. I'll see you guys later. I got to direct this porn, you know, and then boom, two people come in and then you shoot a porn on the desk and they fuck on the desk in the studio. And
well, we'll see. I mean, Jared's directing, so we're not really sure what the scene.
And then you're going about your day.
Yeah. I like it.
He did a great job with Crenshaw's video.
Yeah.
He directed both of those videos. Those things went viral. So, look, I think his porn would be good.
Yes.
You know,
absolutely.
I think it would get like maybe 2 million views if we put it, you know, on like Pornhub later and shit like that.
Yeah.
Be so funny. A Drinking Bros podcast porn where he just shoots a porn. Good to see you, bud.
Yeah.
And then he just shoots a porn in there and we walk off.
Nothing I love more than just making Jared's dreams come true. You guys know that, right? All his little dreams will come true on Patreon, and I think you guys would like that too. To be honest.
Yeah. We can do a bunch of
all of
weird
those
shit
weird
there.
things that he says, like, dude, we should, and he calls us about, dude, we should da-da-da.
Yeah.
Maybe we should da-da-da on Patreon.
Correct.
And just make all those weird little things that anytime he says it, we're like, I don't know, but if we could put it on. But
pop it over there.
We're going to start to, I think, push that.
Yeah.
Might be in the sponsors every day. I'm not sure, but not stopping any of this content just sort of setting up an exit plan as per everything that we've been saying on this episode.
Yeah, in case shit gets wild and they start banning all of us. Like, everyone should, and all of our favorite comedians and they've told us, and they're like, hey, man, you should set this account up now before shit gets wild. So either way, if we can show the wildest shit on there, like, fuck, man, that'd be so great anyway. So
and keep
whatever,
it
man.
Really affordable for just all content. You know, I don't know.
$5, dude. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like, just enough to pay the employees, and then we're good to go. Like, but yeah, so we're gonna be doing some crazy shit like that. And he said he was down. So he goes, oh fuck yeah, I'm down. And I think Joel could shoot it.
And that would be the most beautiful looking porn you've ever seen. Natural lighting on like a boob.
Yeah.
Joel, you in?
Yeah, if he's in, we'll do it. That's so funny, man. I wonder, you know? Unless some DPs start off in porn.
Yeah.
I met a couple who were just like, yeah, man, I shot a few porns, and I was like, huh? And they were like, yeah, it's not the funnest. And I was like, what's the worst story?
Oh, Joel's done it all. He's done porn editing, which that will make you go.
There's a high suicide rate for porn editors.
Yeah.
Because
he had to like quit for a little bit.
Yeah,
and just
dude,
be like,
you can't jack off that much.
Deep depression.
Yeah. You're going to like crazy depression.
No, but you're like seeing stuff that's not great. So it's not even really jack off material. You're seeing all the things that you need to take out.
Ugh.
Just over and over, you know what I mean? And making, and so it becomes like this and you see the girls not wanting to do stuff and all of this, and it becomes very dirty, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you see like you're literally behind the curtain.
Yeah.
And it can drive you a little nuts, especially if you like porn.
Yeah.
If you like porn, you don't want to think about it in that way, right?
Yeah.
Unless you're Armie Hammer. We may need to get to that another time because you have an interview. Okay.
I do not. I don't have a show for another hour, so we're good to go.
I thought that was 1:30.
No, 1:30 Central.
Got it.
So wait, and people were asking, they were like, hey, are you doing the sports show today? Sort of. I'll be back in town tomorrow, and I'll be in the studio tomorrow morning. Business as usual in Austin, Texas. Business as usual in Austin, Texas. But today's guest is sports, but he's so important to what is going on right now. If he shows up today, it's for Cleveland, and all the Cleveland Browns fans will be amped. They won their first playoff game in maybe 50 years or something like that. So, yes, he'll be on the normal show because he's super famous, but whatever, man. I'm amped for you guys. Congratulations. It's not Bernie Kosar. It's not Bernie Kosar, but that would be great. Bernie Kosar, by the way, since we're in Miami, was the quarterback of the Hurricanes, did so much blow and drinking and all the things, and then he went up to Cleveland, took them to the AFC Championship as their quarterback, still a legend in Cleveland, but man, that guy did a ton of cocaine here. A lot of cocaine here. That would be great. If he was on the show, though, I'd just ask him about blow for an hour probably. I bet he's got the craziest stories of all time.
It'll be a blow show.
Yeah, for sure.
Welcome to the Blow Show.
And every time we're here, I think of my buddy who played for the Hurricanes, older brother, friend of mine. He went hard. I won't say who it was, but grandfather passed away in like high school, and they each got $1 million at 18 years old going into college. That team was nasty. They won like back-to-back national championships. They were fucking every girl in South Beach, doing every drug you can imagine, all of the things. And every time I come here, I think of this one thing where he goes, yeah, man, he goes, I mean, shit got so wild that I was a lifetime member at Hooters. And I was like, what? And he goes, I used to spend so much money at Hooters, like tipping waitresses because I knew I would bang them later, that they physically at one point gave me a card where I was a lifetime member and I got food for free for the rest of my life at Hooters. Oh my God. And I was like, there's no way that is real. There's no way that is a real thing. He goes, dude, I promise you. And so I went back and I was like, the next Hooters I went to, and I was like, how do you get a lifetime membership here? And they were like, huh? I don't know. That's not, they're like, there's a legend of that, but that's not real or whatever. And I was like, all right, cool, man. Maybe he was fucking lying or whatever. Cut to 2 years ago, I'm with Christian Kane, the actor. Very talented actor from Librarians. It's one of my beef fries out in LA for life. He's been on the show before. Librarians. What was the other one? Leverage.
Yeah, he's been on all the things.
Angel Buffy, all of that stuff. We go to Hooters down at Claims in Alabama. There was like it was the only restaurant that was near the hotel. And when the bill comes, he goes, oh, I got it, man, I got it. I was like, no, we'll pay. And I don't give a shit. And he goes, no, man, they give me food for free for life, I was like, what? And he pulled out the lifetime membership card, and I was like, no way, it is real. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yes. And we got free meal. Never seen it like it. They had to bring out the manager, and everybody was talking, and they were like, "Oh my god,
we've never seen
this.
We really got to verify,
before.
but we have no way to verify."
And there was like a number on the back that they called, and they were like, "Yeah, man, that is a real thing." But I'm pissed that I'm not on that list. And every time I come to Miami, I'm like, "Fuck, man."
Yeah, like what do you have to do to get on that? Like to get that kind of amazing clout, because it's so weird, but it is the kind of thing that you can't buy, right? Mm-hmm. There's certain things that like money can get you, power, whatever.
Yeah.
If it's something like that, the like legendary thing they don't give out.
Yeah.
Now that is true clout.
It's clout. It's clout. Nico the Greco, you're correct. You guessed the guess. Shit. So yeah, it's Joe Thomas, man. He's fucking rad, and he will be in the Hall of Fame very shortly. Just retired, but yeah, man, that Cleveland legend, one of the very best to do it. It seems like a blast, by the way. A friend of mine interviewed him, said he was fucking rad, so I've been stoked about it, and it just so happened to fall 2 days after the Browns won their first playoff game in a very, very long time. Maybe since the 80s or something. That was a road playoff game. Yeah, I think it was like 50 years, whatever. I really can't get off the air, though, before we talk about this Armie Hammer sitch.
Just real quick. Because I do think it is going to be developing. So Armie Hammer, as you know, busted onto the scene in Social Network.
Yeah.
He played the twins. You didn't know if they were. He did great, right? People were loving him. They were giving him all these parts. They were really trying to make Armie Hammer happen. And there was always this thing of like, why are we not liking Armie Hammer? I don't know what it is. I just don't like you. So it's been sort of this lower level rumbling of him being a total creep and sending like weird sexual messages. And then like his content on Instagram is always very cringy. His kids like sucking his toes and was talking about fetish with the kid. Very weird.
Yeah.
So a woman has accused Armie Hammer of sending vile Instagram messages based on cannibalism, rape, bondage, like I want to wear your blood.
Yeah.
I do know from Sword and Scale.
Do you have them? The text messages there?
No.
Yeah. They're up there.
They're up there?
Yeah. Fuck, that's yeah. In one message, the actor writes to the woman, "I am 100% a cannibal. I want to eat you." Fuck, that's scary to admit.
Yeah.
I've never admitted that to anyone before.
Yeah.
What? Armie Hammer? What the fuck are you talking about?
What are you talking about? And then I guess there's a tattoo for this underground, because I do know from Sword and Scale and listening to all the crime weird shit that I have listened to, there is this underground weird dark internet. What is it? What do you call it?
The dark web?
Dark web.
Yeah.
For cannibal people that are super into cannibal sex and eating people and cooking them in like this very sexual way.
Yeah.
And they sort of just talk about it. It's very rare that someone acts on it, but it's this fucking thing that's messed up in your brain that even just talking about it with people gets you off, right? So it's not completely, it's not out of the realm of things people do or people are into, whatever. Definitely as long as you don't act on it, we're fine. But he has this tattoo and there's many pictures of it on his finger that are like the, I guess, symbol of this underground cannibal
sex cult.
Sex cult.
Is he still married?
I think he is. That's the issue. People are saying he was, I'm 100% a cannibal. I want to eat you, da-da-da. Anyway, the pair were still married at the time of the alleged messages, but are apparently separated, divorced.
Weird.
Yeah.
Did he eat her?
No.
No, he didn't eat the wife? That's something you have to...
No, but
you've got to ask, though, before you get married of like, hey, man, how crazy sexually is our life going to get? Cannibalism is something you got to bring up
pretty
from the get-go. Yeah.
on, I would think. Maybe date 4.
Yeah.
It's debated on when you should actually bring that up. But
because he took a chunk out of her at some point, right?
Again, I don't actually think that he has acted on any of this, but there is some... When you look at Armie Hammer now through that lens...
It looks exactly like he would do this shit.
Completely creep you out. Like, even these picture of him sitting there with the hand and I just go, you're a fucking creep. All the pictures that they have of him now at like People's Choice, like, I'm just like, you're a fucking creep. There is a reason why they put you in every fucking movie, right?
Yeah.
For a while. They put you in every movie. They made you the star. They really tried to make Armie Hammer happen.
Yeah.
There was a reason why this hot dude that's a pretty good actor couldn't actually break through.
Because he's fucking eating
people. And he's a creep. And people can tell when you're a creep. And they're not really sure why. They're just like, And he's a weirdo. He's cringy.
The rape fetish I've heard before. Not about him, but just in general, obviously. The eating people, man, I can't wrap my mind around that, really. Maybe cutting, but, full eating people, like, Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah. It goes
like the
real
cutting
deep.
shit, we've seen that before,
Sure. What?
Yeah. Dude, there was a friend of mine who used to date a cutter, and it was fucking weird,
okay.
dude.
Yeah,
it was weird.
That's
but
not
like,
so much always sexual. That's some kind of like weird depression thing too. But this,
well, in their case, it was sexual.
And again, I will say, from everything I know of this, very rarely that we know of do people actually act on this. But look,
I'm a cannibal.
Shit.
Oh, shit, that's hard to admit.
It's hard to admit. I will chase you down, pounce on you so hard, you will need something very strong to keep me off of you.
Is that what he said?
So, yeah, you'll need something strong to hold me back from you.
Yeah.
If you tried to walk away, I'd chase you down. So, it's all the things that, especially this day and age, are quite problematic. And for a career that was literally going nowhere, I think it's probably completely done at this point.
Here's the thing.
And I'm fine with it. You're like, who? Okay.
I can see him starting a blender, pulling off the top and putting his dick over it, like a dick and balls in there, just an inch above the blade. Yeah, just to feel it. Of like,
a little something.
I could fucking, if I just keep going, I can fucking chop off all my dick and balls and have those parts explode around the thing. Oh, I can fucking do that and get off, and then not doing it. He definitely seems like that type of dude who has put the blender on frappe and put his full dick and balls in there, and then maybe close the lid on it a little bit. If I fucking do this, it'll all stay in there. Maybe I can drink it.
And who was the publicist that thought it was okay for him to do an interview with Playboy magazine? Do you know what I mean? Like,
is Playboy magazine still a thing?
I guess it is. It was in 2013, so at that time, yes.
If you're still jacking off to Playboys,
really went into some graphic, his wild sexual habits. But it's like, buddy, if you're still trying to get, this is an interview you do when you're fucking famous as shit, right? If you're trying to
writing a
get,
book. Writing a book at like age 60 about your life.
Yeah. If you're trying to get into mainstream where you're doing period pieces and you're playing, whoever, probably not. Maybe we skip the Playboy interview where you lift the lid on all of your weird ass shit.
Lift the lid on that blender. Wing, 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 wing. Oh, there's my chicken balls. I need you, baby. I'm a cannibal. I'm a cannibal, baby. That's the only way I can get off is with a full cord around a mic cord around my neck,
right?
Podcast style. Just oh god. Like, that's what you don't see after drinking bros before I get home. It's that right there.
Oh, okay. Well,
when I'm super hungover like this, shit gets weird in my mind.
It really does.
It's just But yeah, people do weird shit all the time like that, man. Like I could see him fucking shooting a dog, like a neighbor's dog, and then just not saying anything.
Yeah.
For sure. Like when I look at that fucking dude, it's like there's a bunch going on there.
There's a lot going on there, and he just cannot help himself.
What's the thing where you beat yourself with a chain, like a spiked chain in your thigh? It's like a religious thing.
Nope.
Whenever you feel an urge to do something.
Oh.
They did it in what was that fucking movie with that Dan Brown book, The Da Vinci Code?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
the
I
guy
don't know.
Put it in the Khalees. Khalees? Is that right?
What?
Hot Bob is in here. Is it Khalees? What is that when you fucking take a... How do I pronounce that, Hot Bob? Cilice? I don't believe I've heard it that way. Slicey? Sluice? Snarfinsons?
Anyways.
Oh, God. I don't know how I pronounce it, but yes, it is a thing. Oh, Khalees, he's saying Hot Bob. God, Hot Bob's even on it in the fucking comments,
Good
dude.
job, buddy.
Khalees, yeah.
Good job.
So I could really see him doing that, of like just going out into the garage. It's probably cold, 28 degrees. He wants to feel the fucking coldness of the concrete on his knees when he bends down buck naked, and then just takes a fucking chain to his thighs to get all the bad thoughts out of his mind.
Okay,
the bad
do that.
sexual urges out
Do
of
that.
his mind.
Do that.
But, you know.
Do that. Or, you know what? Do it on the dark web. Talk to these fucking people, whatever. But,
Yeah. Hey, man. That's fucking Armie Hammer for you, baby.
gosh, he has not been in the news, or he has not been in any kind of publication for the work that he's done for a very long time.
Hey, you know
it's really all about how fucking weird Armie Hammer is. So I think we've got to be done with him.
You know, the other thing is I saw, who was it, Billy Bob and Angelina Jolie, when they were dating, I saw them at an event together wearing the fucking vials of blood around their neck. And I was like...
They were pretty open about that.
Yeah.
So
I think
it's whatever. It's consensual. They're both whatever into that shit.
I think Armie Hammer should just come out and say, hey, man, who wants to get eaten? If he's divorced, right? Let's go for it.
Hey, man, who wants to get eaten? Yeah.
Just pop open that tweet. Just, fire up the Twitter. That you won't get banned for that. You'll be banned if you voted Republican. But if you want to eat somebody, I think you could just toss that message out on Twitter and just be like, hey, man,
Sure.
who wants to get eaten? Huh?
Sure. Sure. Yeah.
As soon as the kids were sucking on his toes in that picture that he posted, I was all done
And
with.
he's talking about fetish.
Yeah.
That means you are so deep in your bullshit that you don't even understand that that's a fucking weird thing to say. That means that you're so deep in it that you don't even know you trying to act normal is being like a fucking creep weirdo. So that's you trying to act normal.
Yeah.
Lord knows what you're actually doing, right?
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Like that's a thing people say, right? About their kids having foot fetish and sucking on your toes. Out of my fucking face.
Dude, he's eating people. Hey, man, who wants to get eaten? You know? Just lob it out. I'm sure there's going to be some... Because he has a loyal fan base. I think they call him like the Army's Army or something like that. Something fucking shitty like that. Yeah.
The Charmies.
I'm sure there's a young lady out there who would be like, yeah, I'd fucking love to get eaten by Armie Hammer. Like, there's a part of me... Because it's either you can go in and get lipo or you can fucking just bite a chunk off the back of your arm. And,
Yeah, I mean...
sew it up. Is that part of it too? Do you sew it up afterwards, or do you who does that cleanup?
For what?
Fucking eating people during sex, like cannibalism, like taking a chunk out of somebody. Who does the cleanup on that? Do you just leave?
No, you don't actually do it.
Yeah, you do. And then you say, what do you tell them to stitch themselves up? Here's a fucking sewing kit. Stitch yourself up. I gotta go. My Uber's here. You know? Mm-hmm. You're bleeding all over the place.
Yeah, no, they don't actually do it.
Stitch yourself up, honey. I got a fucking early call time tomorrow for The Lone Ranger Part 2. You know?
Yeah.
Blood everywhere. It's just like, where do you bite first? Where do you go? I'll take a chunk of ass, you know?
Right.
Yeah, that's where I'm going with that.
Sure.
But for him, I bet it's a shoulder, like a tender shoulder, you know, he goes into. Fucking Armie Hammer, dude. We're here. We're only like 12 days into this year. Somebody stormed the Capitol building with a Viking helmet.
Yeah.
And Armie Hammer's sending DMs to girls on Instagram telling them he's a cannibal and wants to fucking eat them. The year's going to be great.
I know. It's great. It's great. It's great for us. They keep us on a platform, then it's great.
Somebody's saying that Locals is better than Patreon, and he says it's owned by Dave Rubin. I know Dave. He's been on the show. I don't know what Locals is. I've never heard of it.
I know. That's the thing is we're trying to go to a platform that people are going to.
Yeah.
But yeah, sure. Send us all your buddies' platforms. We'll put our
I know Dave Rubin.
I'm joking.
He's on the show.
Yeah, look, I mean,
no, it'll be Patreon. It's already set up. It's just Drinking Bros podcast on there, and then we'll do a bunch of weird shit.
But look, it all shifts, right? It all pivots. That's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
When MySpace started, you should have been ready to be set up on Facebook, whatever it is, and pivot because all of these things eventually get uncool. There's so many ads you can't handle it, or they're fucking with your algorithm, and then you pivot to a new one, and that one will be fucked with too if they want to make money. So you just gotta be fluid.
Yeah,
which you are, non-binary and fluid. So
I'm very non-binary.
You just gotta be fluid. Don't be married so hardcore to any platform because eventually it will turn into TV. Right?
Yeah,
that's the idea.
Yeah.
So
all of
it's
this,
whatever.
All of this, by the way. Do they have an app too?
For what?
How does that work?
For Patreon?
Yeah.
Not sure. We're gonna have to.
All right. I got you the new Apple Watch for Christmas. You kind of take a peeksies over it here and there. You like it?
I do. I love it. I get to see, Jagger started his nap without having to go to the phone and look in and then get distracted. It's good. It's good. You should actually get one for that reason.
Nope. No.
Because once you pick up the phone, then you're in the phone world. And then there's Instagram, there's everything else. But if you just get the notifications that you choose to have, boom, you just have that. And there's no other thing you can do with it, right?
Okay. Can I choose none and just get the time on there? I don't want to be bothered.
We all know that you wouldn't be able to handle the watch.
The technology, no, dude. Yeah. I'm fucking no. I just need that flip phone. If I win this 600 million lottery coming up here, yes, dude, it's gonna be a flip phone. And I'm gonna say some real fucked up shit on here. Like if they throw us off, they throw us off. But it's some way if we win the 600 million,
right?
Otherwise it'll be Patreon.
Exactly. So look for that pivot.
Last night in Miami, Jabes, we going anywhere tonight? Did you find a restaurant you wanted to go to?
Yes. Our buddy, friend of the show, sent me a comprehensive list, and so I'll be trying one of those places.
Okay. Are you nervous? You get nervous making a big choice like that.
I know. And so I'm kind of going back and forth with the list, but I mean...
Well, I tell you what, do you have it? Read it on air, and maybe some people know, and we can just have them comment. Hammer the like button real quick.
So it's Bradley, our buddy Bradley.
Okay.
Yeah. That comes in,
Yeah, he comes
into the office, friend of the show. So
great guy.
I've got, do you know Wynwood area?
Wynwood area.
So I told them where we're staying, but it's Wynwood Rooftop Social.
Okay.
Coyo Taco. Gramercy at Gables. El Patio. El Patio looks fun, but it looks kind of like party time.
Is that Spanish for the patio, by the way? El Patio? No?
Yeah.
It's rare that I get you like that.
Brick L, Blackbird.
Brick L,
Joe's was on here, so I went to one of them, Bradley.
Yes, Joe's Stone Crab is the very best. Oh my God. There's one in Vegas too, so we go to that one too.
So then there's Pan and Vino.
We went there the other night.
Which actually sounds like kind of up my alley.
Pan and Vino?
P-A-N-E, so
Pan
whatever.
and Vino. I thought it was pan, which means bread.
River Oyster, Old Havana. Old Havana actually sounds kind of fun too. The Rusty Pelican, which is a fun sexual position. No.
Yeah.
Rusty Pelican.
Everybody knows the Rusty Pelican.
El Rey de las Fritas.
Oh, it's a fry joint. A bunch of French fries.
That one he said super hole in the wall, but best Cuban burger. So when you say hole in the wall, I'm like, hell yeah, I'm in, right? But then I'm like, maybe do I want to go a little bit nicer tonight? I don't know. So
well, here's the thing. So we got some suggestions from the audience here. The Fish Shack. Chris Beerworth is saying.
Beerworth, do I look like the kind of gal that wants to go to a fish shack? Carry on.
Charlie Pritt says Armie Hammer Steakhouse. Ah, you can get a nice cut. Yeah, there it is.
There you go.
Charlie Pritt. Nico the Greco says Bubba Gump. Now I love a good Bubba Gump's shrimp house.
Yeah, no. So I think I'm gonna go with Bradley's list. But yeah,
I think we'll probably hit that Gump, dude. I try to go to as many Gumps as I can around the nation.
Yeah.
You know, just
the Gump tour. You've gone on a Gump tour before.
We've all been on a Gump tour before. Okay. Big fans. We try to gump it up in every city we go to, and get the scampi.
Yeah.
I haven't had scampi in a long time, since Red Lobster, I think. Yeah, like a old dirty scampi.
I feel like at Old Havana's I can get a scampi. So I'm looking at Old Havana or Pain and Vino, something like this.
Bradley Andel says North Italia and Brickell. I know what that is.
So that
is a great place.
Sent me the list.
Chris Dupe just dropped 10 spots and says for a coffee refill, you guys might need it. Lol. I know
100%.
I'm in rough shape today, but
okay, what did he say?
We don't miss.
Okay, we're going to that.
We don't miss. Well, like I'm gonna do the fucking show and get weird with you guys.
What did Bradley North?
I don't
Italia.
care if you see me this hungover. If you were in this hotel room, yes, this is exactly how it would be. This is fucking.
Yeah, we'd all be hanging out.
Woke up an hour ago.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
I woke up a little bit before that, but hey.
I did get a nice text from a realtor because I owed this like document, and he goes, man, why don't you call me when you get up and take your time? Because I'm sure it was a rough one for you last night.
Right.
And it was. Again, running back, broke his shoulder, and 13 guys out. I wasn't expecting any more than what happened, but didn't know that until the game started, and that was a fun thing.
That was a fun little surprise.
But we had a great time.
Fun surprises, yeah.
I enjoy coming to Miami. It's been a while since I've been here. And I like this city. It's like Vegas to me. I like it for about 3 or 4 days, and then I'm all done with it.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm a little out of practice on this schedule of partying.
Did you sleep in at all at least?
I did. It's hard to sleep in once you're mom, but I've been able to a couple days for sure.
Because I black out the windows all the way around, so I don't know what time it is, and I really go like I can. If I'm on I can really sleep her on it, you know.
Sure.
You know.
Sure.
Enjoy my life.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's. Sleeping in next to Armie Hammer is probably tough though.
Yeah, you'd have
waking
to
up
keep
with stitches.
Well, you'd have to keep one eye open for sure, and that wouldn't be a fun sleep, right?
How many kids does that fucker have?
Oh, that's right, huh?
Yeesh. You always think about the children in something like this, so you're just like, oh boy, Dad's a cannibal.
Tale as old as time, right?
Yeah, because there's gonna be that question one day of like, hey man. About the cannibal stuff, Dad. Was that real or was that not real? Because I kind of need to know what I'm getting into later on in life. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. How you feel today?
Good. I feel spry.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I feel like shit. I feel like absolute dog shit.
It is starting to creep up on me. You know, you like wake up and you're like, dude, I'm good. Like, I'm good. What is everybody talking about? And then you're like, oh, there it is. There she is, my sweet friend, my sweet La Dame hangover.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Coming to the door. The maid did wake me up early and was pissed that I didn't want service.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What was she fucking snooty about?
I don't know.
You don't have to clean. Just drop off some fucking towels, dude. Live your life.
Yeah. So.
You know, strangle bait. Do whatever you want.
Yeah. The mess adds to our ambiance.
Yeah.
So I don't want it cleaned up.
Yeah. It's not like it's Epstein's prison cell in here. There's not like 10,000 sheets on the floor.
Yeah. Like your job, you don't do it today. How about that? Take the day off.
Let's see. Eric is saying street tacos. We had tacos last night. They were fantastic here, by the way. And then Taco Bell is always suggested, and know that I always love Taco Bell. Still not amped. They took about 8 items off their menu, but whatever, man.
North Italia.
What's going on? What's the name of it?
Let's work at North Italia.
North Italia. Okay, I know where that's at.
That's where we're going.
All right.
They all know Bradley. I guess we're gonna name drop.
Bradley.
Yandel.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No shit. He's famous there?
He's a little bit famous.
Is Bradley still here? If he's in the chat, dude, just tell him, will they give us the one table? And he should know what that is, you know? At every like nice restaurant, there's like an important table. It's called like a one table that they kind of seat you at. Mm-hmm. So let's see how good he is. Yeah.
Look.
They put us at that one table in Austin with a buddy of ours. It was just like, I need that other table.
Yeah, the one table. I actually liked the one we were at before we went to the one table, to be honest. It's very fishbowl.
We're about to find out. Oh, Alex Cheechov threw in 25. It said, drinks on me. I appreciate it.
Oh, my gosh.
I appreciate that, man. It is Miami. Drinks are quite expensive here.
Muy expensivo.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's Spanish.
It was a hilarious tab with 2 glasses of wine. It was like $52. I was like, Miami. Well, we're back in Miami.
I know.
So, you know.
Welcome to Miami.
It's a lot like LA where it's just there's some condos, some things. You don't really know what anybody does here.
And also you have to put on your poker face when you see the bill. That's what happens in LA all the time too, where you're just like, normal. This is normal. Yeah. I have it. I have the money, right? You can't be like, huh?
Yeah.
And can I see it itemized? Because I did really think I only had 2 glasses. So you can't do that. And so they really can charge you whatever because they know that you're not going to want to look like an idiot, right? In Miami.
Yeah,
or in LA.
Not.
You have to be like, seems about right. That's on the up and up.
Yeah,
Sure. And I'm rich, so I can pay it. Obviously, I'm not going to look at my bank account after and make sure it went through. So, because I'm good. We're all good.
Dive, Lajos 11, range 15. Brad, what's up? Been getting a lot of that lately. Asking, Dana and I talked about making a movie this year, and everybody's asking, will it be the sequel to Range 15? I don't know that will ever happen, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean,
too many egos involved. I'd make it. The script is done. It's written.
The cast maybe changed a little bit, but I don't know. But the fans,
and
the fans of the movie are the same. Yeah. It's the cast that changes.
It was Nicolas Cage was going to play Gene Vandenham's father. And so the plot of it was, it is. I've already written that script. I read that script a long time ago. Gene Vandenham gets abducted by child soldiers in Somalia. And so they've got to go. The whole team's got to get back together and go and find him. The only person who knows that terrain the best is Gene Vandenham's father, who is Nicolas Cage. And all those guys have to go with Nicolas Cage to go and find him. And it would have been the best. The reason why I bring up Nicolas Cage is we just watched this Netflix thing. I feel like there's going to be a Cage-a-sance happening.
There has been low level, but yeah, maybe.
Because with the Capitol building shit, right? Mm-hmm. Those memes went around of National Treasure. They're shooting one right now. They're shooting a sequel to it. And then he's got that Netflix show where he just breaks down like famous curse words and shit.
Yeah. It's okay.
That sucks.
It's cheesy.
Yeah. Kind of reminds me of like a VH1 show.
It's definitely somebody that thought it was it was a suit. A suit made it.
Yes.
And was like, people are gonna, you know who's really kind of underground cool? Nicolas Cage, make it real over the top. The kids are gonna love it. It's gonna go viral.
We're back in the studio on Thursday, so we have an early flight tomorrow. So me personally will be back in the studio tomorrow. We'll do a college football recap show for sports, and then a regular Drinking Bros. We'll kind of get deeper into the parlor sitch and everything else that's going on. I'm curious about this impeachment thing. Like, that's the dumbest shit ever. He's out of there in 8 days. So what are you hoping to accomplish? Like, spend your time and money on other shit. Like
on opening up businesses, getting the vaccine out.
Shit, Dave Portnoy is the real goddamn hero right now from that Barstool Fund, man. I mean, they've raised $20 million for small businesses that have been shut down from the pandemic. Like, focus your efforts. Like, it's rare that you say, hey, be Dave Portnoy and not Nancy Pelosi here.
Right.
But we'll see what happens. So we'll be back at you tomorrow, and then Thursday all day. And then I think we're taping with that Alex Jones thing on Thursday, and then we'll put it on Patreon probably over the weekend for that audio and video. And then he can say and do all of the things because he was there. And who knows what he said or did there? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At the Capitol. I saw a couple videos of him, but shit. Yeah, so we'll stick that over there so we don't get banned or any of that stuff. And other than that, yeah, nothing's really gonna fucking change. We'll just make some more aggressive shit over there, and that's it. And then if you're in town for the Super Bowl, I think it's February 11th. 7th. It's the 7th. Okay. Mm-hmm. Pop by. Jesse versus Tansy. Tailgate Legends. Eric Tansy versus Jesse. The best dip. The best Super Bowl dip. And you'll be able to see the trophy ceremony as well.
Yes.
Yeah. But everybody will be there all the way around. Please go to iTunes and rate this show a 5-star and leave a quick review. It really helps with the charts and all that other stuff. I know a lot of people are moving to Spotify after the Rogan thing. Because we get these analytics behind the scenes, and it was shocking to see the number shift so drastically to Spotify. I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I'd love to say it's me, but it's Rogan, obviously. And it's good that we have similar audiences, I think. So that was nice, but I was surprised. This was the first time ever that for podcasts, iTunes had dipped below like 50%. And yeah. They don't have proper charts or ratings or all that shit. So it's like it goes on reviews. Yeah. So review it. Review and rate the show. And other than that, Japes, you look lovely.
Oh, thank you.
Miami was a blast. Look, the Buckeyes lost, but it's fine. I wasn't expecting that. I mean, goddamn it, our starting running back. Opening play. 13 players of COVID, no kickers. Come on, brother. So we had a great time, and the people in Miami have been fantastic, except for the lady that told Japes to put her mask back on.
Yeah, but whatever. She's doing her job.
You earned it. And then we'll be live here in 20 minutes for Drinking Bros. So stay tuned. For Jesse Wiseman, a.k.a. the Jables, I'm Ross Patterson. This is The Revolution. Good afternoon. Nah. Do you have to kill the feed? I think it's you. Whenever we travel, I have no idea. You're just dancing around. We could be live. We might not be live. And who